into the 30s now in terms of Varsity Match involvement. Do you come to it as fresh as ever?
I do, because it's very interesting, because well, having said that, it's a whole year's work, but the main work is done here in this term, so it gives you a bit of time off after Christmas, but the recruiting carries on right the way through. And you're dealing with young, for the most part intelligent guys, and they're all enthusiastic, and they've got this one goal in mind, and that is, one, to get a blue, to be picked, and two, to win the Varsity Match. I mean, they go hand in hand. They don't sort of get a blue and then relax. It's the match afterwards. That's the key thing. Half the battle is getting selected. The next half is actually winning the game.
You'd obviously be an expert on the game. How different is it? What are the dynamics for this match that don't apply to other games?
Is it like a cup final? So all the basics apply. And you're just looking for an edge every game. You're looking for a little bit of an edge, and Clive Woodward said it very succinctly in 2003 when he said, "We are looking to do 100 things 1% better than the opposition." And that actually is, that's where we're looking, because we're both very similar in our, obviously, the attitude, and it's just getting that edge over the opposition.
You're now looking for your 21st win in your personal involvement in Varsity Matches.
Yes.
It'd be quite a nice little landmark to get.
Yeah, but landmarks, one game finishes and, you prepare for the next game next year. So it's not something that's at the back of my mind, really. I don't really think in terms of that.
What do you think the key has been, though, that over your time it's been roughly a 2 out of 3 success for Cambridge? You've pulled ahead in the overall series during that time. What's the key to that, do you think?
The key is having good players. We've been very lucky having good players, and it's just a matter of orchestrating them. We've been very lucky. The calibre of guys we've had at Cambridge over the last 20 or 30 years has been superb. And they're all going on and doing well now in industry or wherever, being CEOs and being top lawyers, etc. And it's nice to follow their progress. And that's the beauty of it. And they have strong links with this place. And we sort of try and engender that sort of link with the old boys, the past and the present. Like, we get people to come in and present shirts before the game. We had Angus Innes presented on Saturday. We had Pat Briggs from the 1962 vintage. So he came along and said a few words about what it meant to him. And a lot of those sort of sentiments are the same then as they are now. And it's this link with the past. There's a lovely quote, a person who knows not himself and his heritage is like a tree without roots. So we're hammering home that. Sorry, it's a bit sort of dull, I know, but that's a lovely quote. I like that quote.
There's quite a contrast this year between James Wade, who's never been involved in a Varsity Match before, who's head coach at Oxford, and obviously yourself here at Cambridge. Where does that work? He's coming in with renewed enthusiasm. Maybe you've got all the knowledge and plenty of enthusiasm yourself.
Well, that is also people we use as well. I mean, we have been very lucky having Phil Keith Roach, who was the England scrummaging coach, and for the World Cup in 2000. He's been up for the last 20, 30 years. He's superb. He's probably one of the best scrummaging coaches in the country. We have Sean Edwards coming up now for his 8th year. Once Wales have finished their involvement in the World Cup, so we have people like that coming in. We have a psychologist who comes and talks to the boys as well. So it's a mix of bringing in these guys and exposing our guys to some of the best people in their field in the first division rugby.
And how different is it for you compared to, say, the days you were coaching Rob Andrew, Gavin Hastings, some of the...
Well, I don't think they were coached, actually. Yes, I think Rob Andrew was uncoached, as was Gavin Hastings. No, they were just very good players who came through this system and then went on to even greater things. I can't think we can claim a lot of credit for that. It was just, they were here and they played a part in a very successful side. I mean, that was one of the best sides we've ever had in '84, when we won, I think, 32-6, and we scored 6 tries. That was Gavin Hastings, Rob Andrew, Kevin Sims, Mark Bailey, Frank Clough. So quite a few internationals in that side, actually, yeah.
So how different is it now compared to then?
Well, it is a bit different. I mean, the enthusiasm is the same. They want to win. They want to win this big game, as they did then. And the skill level, some of these guys in the past, the skill level may be a slightly higher, but these are a skillful bunch of guys as well. It's just bringing the best out of them every year. We're trying to, anyway.
It's one of the great amateur fixtures. It's becoming one of the last ones involved in rugby. Yeah. How much does that give it a special feeling for the likes of yourself?
I think I'll give it definitely a special feeling. I'd hate to get paid for doing something you actually love. And then that being reliant on, if it was in a league fixture, being reliant on 15 guys to perform to keep your sort of mortgage going at the end of the day, isn't it? I mean, that's professional sport for you. That's not for me, or wasn't for me. No, I love doing other things as well. It's not rugby. I love doing other things, lots of other things.
So roll on December the 8th. You're looking forward to it as much as ever.
Oh yeah, of course, yes. You have to. Yeah.